Yo, what's up everyone? It's Zen Gaming back at it with another plugin. So today we are looking at a plugin called LootDrop. So this is made by 71 Studios and it's available on Fab. I will leave a link down in the description if you guys do want to check it out. It's actually a very useful plugin. So if you got like a pickup system and you want basically loot to be spawned all over the map, or proximity loot that you want that's being spawned all over the map, or if you want loot to be spawned inside a house only when the player gets into the how can I explain it, gets into the area of the house, then the loot spawns, then this plugin is definitely for you. So as you can see, at the moment I've got a sphere. So at the moment I've got it set up so it's sphere, it spawns spheres and cubes. So let me show you guys quickly. So if I move forward, you guys will see that stuff is starting to spawn in. But if I move back, you'll see stuff starting to despawn. So as you guys can see, this is basically what I mean. So if you got a game where you have an inventory and a pickup system, then you can actually walk up to your stuff like this. So I'm gonna imagine you already have a pickup system. So all I've got at the moment, so let me show you. Sorry. So all I've got at the moment is for the pickup system. Sorry, that's not the correct one. Let me just go to the correct one. Alright, so all I've got at the moment is when I'm overlapping the cube, then I'm casting to the third person, then I'm destroying the actor. But obviously, this is not how to set up a pickup system. This is just to showcase how the plugin works. So then you can come up to it and you can pick it up and it disappears. So this basically works exactly the same as when you have a pickup system. If you guys do want to see it working with a pickup system, let me know down below and I will jump in and we will place stuff down if you guys want to see it in real life, you know how it works with the pickup system. So as you guys can see, here we actually, okay, so those Q cubes are just the LEDs. But yes, you guys understand what I'm trying to say. So as I'm moving backwards, the spheres are disappearing, but the cubes are appearing. So if I go this way again, the spheres will come in again, and the cubes will disappear. So yes, if you guys do like this plugin, definitely let's support the developer because this plugin makes life so much easier. So let's actually jump in and see how we can make this asset work. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete these two loot drop volumes that I've actually got running in the level at the moment. Okay, there's number one deleted. Yes, number two. Alright, there we go. So as you can see now, so if I go in, obviously nothing is going to appear because I just remove them. So yes. Alright, so there's actually two ways of setting this up. So you can actually just use the data table that comes with the plugin already installed, or you can make a new folder and just make a new. So if you go right click and you go to miscellaneous and you can go to data table and you can choose world. Okay, there we go. So as you can see, there's the new one. So I just used the existing one. So let me just bring this back from my other screen. Hold on, guys. I'll be back now. All right, sorry, guys. I just disabled it so that I don't have to press a button to speak. So if you guys do hear any background noises, I do apologize. All right. So obviously, here's the Ludo.dtt that we just made. So we can just go add, and the first one always call it default, like always call it default. And then we got the loot entries, so we just add an entry, so we make the loot ID 1. because this is obviously number 1. Alright, so then we can choose. Okay, so before we go further, so obviously, again, I'm just going to use this cube that's included with um, the plugin system. But again, if you already have your own data table set up with your own pickup system, then you can just use those actors. So this isn't tied to just this certain actor. Yes. So if you guys don't understand something that I'm trying to explain, just let me know down below and I will jump in and I will help you guys. Alright, so if you got your own items or whatever, then you can just choose this. So let's go back to default and then let's make it this one. Okay, so that's obviously, and then we got a drop chance. So this is basically um, it's basically self-explanatory. So what is the chance it's going to drop? And then we got rarity level, which is common, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary, mythic. So that's obviously also the same thing. Pool type, so I've got no idea what this is. And then this is obviously if you have tags. So I'm not using any tags at the moment. Um, yeah, you can also have animations like simple fade in, float. Again, I'm not using any of these. You guys are more than welcome to play around with this. I'm gonna just show you guys how to set up the loot spawner to basically work and how to get everything spawning in and stuff like that. Alright, so when this is set up and you are sure that you got your loot class, so this loot table reference you can leave it out. As if I could be wrong, but you can use this loot table. So let's say you have our items data table for all of your items in your game. I'm sure you can place it here, but I do spec under correction. I'm not too sure because I haven't tested it yet. I will test it and let you guys know. Alright, so then obviously always use this data table for all of the spawning that you do. And then this row name, always keep an eye on this row name. This is very, very, very important. Okay, so what we do now, so as you guys can see, so then we come here and we search for loot. Okay, let's just wait for it. Then we can drop the loot. Alright, so let's say I want loot to spawn in between these boxes. So then I just make it the size of these boxes. Okay, let's make it a little bit bigger so it can spawn above the ground. Alright, so this is now where it comes in. Sorry. Okay, so Vault Loot Data Table. So it's obviously this new one that we just created, the Loot DTT. Alright, remember I said always keep a name of this, the row name. Always keep an eye on it. So this is now where it comes in. This needs to agree exactly the same. Okay, and then here's the other thing. So as you guys can see, there's a volume template. So it depends on what kind of game you make. So are they gonna spawn in a dungeon, in an open world, an arena, survival game, high density, or spares? So just for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna go open world, and then we got the performance template as well, where we can go high performance, balanced, quality, mobile, optimized, massive world, or dense environment. So because I got a low end computer, I'm just gonna use high performance. And then again, you guys are more than welcome to go through all of these. These are like the respawn. So after you pick it up, how long does it take to respawn? So obviously, as you guys can see, it's got a minimum respawn time, a maximum respawn, smart respawn, and player check distance. And also, like you see, if you hover over this stuff, it actually explains to you what it is. So radius in units to check for nearby players when smart respawn is enabled. Alright, so yes, this is again spawn points, environment if you wanted to adapt to the environment so it doesn't spawn in the air or whatever the case might be. Okay, this requires nav mesh. You can have it, but again, then you're gonna need to put a nav mesh in the level. So I would just have it disabled. And then you can have it to avoid water so it doesn't spawn in water, you know. Um, Same with the optimization. And then obviously if you want to debug where the stuff is going to spawn, so let me show you what I mean quickly. So that is obviously just so you can debug and it can give you the performance warnings, you know. So again, I'm walking into it, and as you can see, I'm deleting the cubes. If stuff lags, I do apologize, guys. My computer is a bit low end. But yes, as you guys can see, it does despawn. So let me actually drop the drop chance to 1. Let's see if that makes a difference. Let's see if there's a little bit less that spawns. Yes, okay, but obviously it's a small area. So yes, that is basically the idea on how to set up. So let's make a new one. So I'm just gonna, let's just call this sphere. You see? So again, copy this name, change the loot. Okay, so I just made this, I just made a child of this BP loot and I'm put a sphere in it. Still the same code, everything is still the same. But in any case, so you see, all I did is I changed the loot class and then obviously the drop chance. Again, you guys can go through this and stuff. Um, so what we can do now, let's move this to the side and let's change this name to sphere. Again, you can leave everything exactly as it is. Um, Again, yeah, you guys can make it so there is less that spawn or more that spawn. It's just a small area that stuff spawns in now, so that's why it looks like a lot. And there we go. As you guys can see, stuff is spawning in. And if I leave the area, so let's walk away, you guys will see stuff starting to despawn. So it's honestly as easy as that, guys. This plugin is very, very, very easy to use. I haven't really seen something that's this easy, to be honest. So I just want to test something before we end this video. Because something I haven't tested yet is how to make it so it doesn't spawn as much. So I just want to do that quickly. Then we know that is done and everyone knows how to sort it out and how to get it to work, basically. Okay, let's just make it bigger. There we go. So let's just see. Okay, that is obviously, all of the green is basically where everything's going to spawn. And then we got our FPS and how long it takes, you know. So this, honestly guys, I don't want to lie on how easy it is to use. Alright, so let's go to the data table quickly and let's go to sphere. So the sphere one, okay, just want to see quickly. So minimum and max quantity. So this is maximum number of items to spawn and minimum number of items. So let's make this 0.1 and 0.5. Oh no, we can't. Okay, that's fine. Let's see 0.1. Okay, so it actually still looks the same. No, wait, it looks like it might be a little bit less, but I could be wrong. Okay, let's just see. So let's make this 0.2. Oh no, let's make it 0.1. Okay, let's just see if there is anything else. Okay, so this is obviously the spawn distance, spawn points. So maximum spawn points per volume. So it's 1000 default, so let's just make it 50, just to test. So it still looks the same. Okay, but yes, this is basically how to set up. I just have to play around on how to get it to spawn less items, because like I said, I haven't played around with this yet, to be honest. Um, I need to just figure out how this works. This is obviously the respawn economy. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it's minimum loot and max loot. So let's make this 1 and let's make this 10. Let's make this 10 as well. Okay, let's test it now. Oh, it actually changes this side. Okay. So I'm on the cubes at the moment. Okay, but yes, there you guys can now actually see that it's way less than what it was. So if we put this back, let's say max loot 10, minimum loot 10 and max loot 1000. Just to test. I think my computer is going to burn out now, but let's see. Yes, that's obviously a lot more. Okay, yes. So if you guys do have any questions, please let me know down below. Um, and yes, join the 71 Discord and I'll help you if I can. So it's actually a very easy plugin to use. Just need to play around with it. Yes, right. But then that's it. Then I'll see you guys in the next one.